Yeah, here we go. Hi, friends. Welcome. How's everybody doing?
Very
Uh, like, it's a Monday.
It was a
That's a
Monday.
Monday.
You know what? Sometimes you just have a Monday, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's all right. Well, I'm going to bust out this PowerPoint. Let me know. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay, perfect. And then let me get my little chat screen open so I can see that also. All right, as we just kick things off, my friends. Oh, let me make sure it's doing the thing. Let's start off with who are all of you. So first things first, in the chat, well, we can actually just each introduce ourselves because we're small and mighty. Name, where you're from, where are you in sort of our flow? Is this your first challenge? Are you returning to a challenge? Are you a Challenge Plus member? Are you part of Crash Course, Thrive, MVP? And then how do you want your game to be different as a result of this challenge, this 21 days? So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
My name is Ashley. My derby name is Misbehaven. I am from Kansas. I skate with the Capital City Crushers. This is not my first challenge. I did one, I want to say 2 years ago.
Thanks.
Um, and it was a 3-week course. So yeah, I saw this one and I just started to try jamming and I thought, I need to get off the floor quicker when I fall. And so a friend of mine is part of, I believe, KCIT and has done the challenges before, was like, hey, look at this. And so
Nice.
that's why I'm here. And I want to be able to get off the floor when I jam because I know I'm going to get knocked down.
Yes, absolutely. It's the most important time, right? If you're on the floor, you can't score.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Go for it, Lisa.
Uh, my name is Lisa. My derby name is Catnip Carnage. I am in Albuquerque, and I've been skating with Albuquerque Roller Derby for about a year. I am hoping to up my skills in the next few months so I can roster for an upcoming mashup we have in May. As an older skater, I am, well, I'll be 56 pretty soon. I don't want to break my ass, so I want to work on skills. So I'm not going down, but I also want to make sure if I hit the floor that I'm getting up fast, so I'm not just like roadkill underneath there. So definitely want
Awesome.
to get everything in order so I'm not dying out there.
Amazing. Not dying is a great 21-day goal. I love it.
It'll work.
I love it. All right. Who's next? Peggy, you're off mute. You could go next.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Peggy. My derby name's Lexi Pro. I'm in small town Crawfordsville, Indiana, but I skate for Lafayette Roller Derby. Um, this is my second challenge, and I'm currently in KCIT.
Yeah.
Um, Mainly, I I joke all the time, it's not derby if I'm not on the floor. So my main goal is to get up quicker, the recovery, so I'm not like on the ground going, oh God, am I alive? What's broken? What's not? Okay, then I'll get up. So my main goal is the recovery of getting up faster.
Love it. Love it. Just so you know, Peggy, the reason my name is Chrissy Crash is not because I broke other people. It's literally because of how much time I spent on the floor. So my heart understands you. All right, Riley, take us home.
Hi, I'm Riley. I'm in North Dakota, Bismarck. I play for the Bismarck Bombshells and on a short track team. Um, similar to Peggy, fall down a lot, and then I just kind of sit there. I'm like, all right, I can move my ankle. We're good. It's time to get up now. And that takes way too long. So
Yeah.
we're gonna work on.
Yeah, those get up faster skills. I love it. I love it. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about who we are in case you don't know. So I just want to introduce you guys to our coaching team for those of you that are either watching the recording that don't know, or Ashley, we've obviously had some additions in the last 2 years. So this is Coach Gwenny, who's on with us right now, who heads up running our entire challenge program. So Wendy is a lifelong skater. She was actually a former speed skater, not so long ago, but started playing roller derby at 46. It's never too late. And since then has gone on to become a personal trainer, nutrition coach, has actually been training derby skills since 2018. She is she's so good at working with beginners and breaking down skills. It's so freaking awesome. And so we were just all together in Baton Rouge for a program, an event we have called Skates, Plates, and Weights, where we get all our clients together and we do some on-skate stuff. And she's just so good at breaking down so many of the basics. So she also does a backwards skating class at RollerCon last year. Have you had any word on this year's classes?
Not yet.
Ooh, can't wait. And has actually was a member of Crash Course for several years, came here looking to level up, but also really looking to work on her mindset, self-confidence, all these things. And it's just been so incredible. It's cool working with you as a client and then seeing you go on to become a trainer and to work with us as a coach has just been so cool. So you guys have such an amazing human supporting you with these challenges with Wendy. We just love her. You will get to know her as we go. And then Coach Pia, who is not here, she has been skating, coaching derby for 21 years. Some of you may have, that's like half of our lives. But she's competed in all rule sets. She is so smart on every kind of roller derby that you play. So loves USARs. She is a skater for Team USA for the women's USARs team. She's the head coach for Team USA for the men's USARs team. She's also been a personal trainer for 15 years. So smart at cross training derby off skates. She's also a coach at Orange Theory, and she is just known for her kick-ass workouts. So you guys should be very, very excited for this challenge. And then there's me. Hi, I'm Chrissy Krash. I went from a fast food eater, smoker, bartender, low energy, negative thinking, constant dieter, into an athlete, nutrition coach, personal trainer. Roller derby totally changed my life. When I found this sport, I was going down a really shitty path. I was working in a bikini bar. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. And this sport just changed my life. And it gave me something to get fired up about. It gave me a reason to take care of my body. I started playing in 2006, flat track. I then went on to play bank track. I have competed in WFTDA champs with Angel City. We finished in 3rd place in the world, which was incredible. I've also won 3 championships with the LA Derby Dolls. And then I created Crash Course, and I really created this program out of all the stuff that I had to go and learn for myself over the course of about 12 years of having no YouTube, no Instagram, and I just had to figure it out. And so this whole program was based off of everything that I learned to shift from this weird dieter mentality into really thinking and being an athlete. How I train, all of that stuff. And I went on to get a personal training certification. I'm a fitness nutrition specialist. And for those of you that don't know, I actually live down here in Costa Rica now. I've been here for 5 years. I'm in the process of building out something called Derby in Paradise, which I'm going to a secret location in 2 weeks. I think I found us a secret location for our very first Derby in Paradise, which is a roller derby 1-week training camp in a secret location in Central America. So we're gonna surf and skate and do all kinds of cool stuff. I'm currently personal goals trying to get barreled in a wave, which hopefully will happen in the next couple of weeks, also on my adventure. But for me, my philosophy is that perfection isn't required for success. And this is something that I want you to really take into this challenge, is no one is expecting you to come in here and be perfect. Okay. The important thing to understand is that you can show up imperfectly and you can have really, really great success in this challenge. Okay. The way that you're going to do that, number one, is by staying connected. So we're all going to be stronger together. So if you haven't already done it, stop what you're doing, go into the Facebook app on your phone, go to the group, and you open up the app. So you go to the Facebook group, the Crash Course community page, hit the notifications bell at the top of the group, and you can actually turn on notifications for all posts. I recommend doing it for all posts because I want to make your social media feed a flood of really positive, energetic, motivating things that are going to make you want to be better at roller derby. Okay. And then you hit save and then you're done. So that's one of the ways that we're going to stay connected. It's important to understand that coming into this challenge, whether you're watching the recording of this or you're here with us live, each of these challenges is just the beginning. Each of these challenges is an opportunity for you to reset and start over. I think that there is a lot of, in the sort of health and fitness world in general, there's a lot of quick fix diet culture. And I think especially for women, we have to create a new value system around what it means to take care of ourselves, what it means to take care of ourselves as athletes, what it means to just take care of ourselves as humans. And it really means moving away from a lot of this like kind of quick fix bullshit and understanding what it is to just become a strong human and to understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Right? So it takes 6 to 12 weeks to even form a habit, meaning doing the thing long enough that you start getting it right. Right? For some of my KCITers, you've heard this before, right? Doing the thing long enough that you start getting it right. Some of you guys are already there already, which is fantastic. But from there, if you don't move on to lifestyle, you're going to stay in this loop of doing it long enough that you start getting it right, to forgetting about it, to crap, I got to start doing it long enough that I start getting it right. We want you to move into lifestyle, which is doing the thing long enough that you can't imagine getting it wrong. For some of you that have been with us for a while, this might mean that waking up and going and doing your training starts to feel like if you didn't do it, it would be like skipping school or skipping work. Right? Or if you're not like doing a setup Sunday and planning out your meals on a Sunday, it's like, God, it feels so weird to come into the week like unprepared, right? That's when you know it starts to become a lifestyle, and eventually it just becomes this identity, which takes time. But you'll get there if you keep doing it consistently, which is it just becomes so much a part of who you are that you're just an athlete. You have the values of an athlete. You do the things that an athlete will do because it's just who you are on the inside. And now, what happens for most people is they get stuck in that habit loop where they quit because they missed a workout. They're so attached to that one workout, like, oh, I screwed it up. That's it. I'm a failure. And they give up, right? And so it's important to really make sure that you have your mind wrapped around the fact that you're here. And maybe you are just here for 21 days. Maybe you signed up for 21 days, but now you're like, oh, yeah, maybe I do actually want to level up on the track for more than just 21 days, right? So my question for you guys, and you can throw it in the chat, is why are you here? Are you here for just a 21-day level up, or are you here for like a motherfucking life change?
Life change.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
You could just say it. You can give me like an L on the screen. You're like, life change, yo. We're here for it. So let's talk about getting up faster, okay? That is the whole theme of this challenge. This challenge is about getting up faster, getting you off the floor faster, getting you off the ground faster. So I want you to ask yourself, where have you been holding yourself back on the track? And then what's one thing that makes you hesitate or second guess yourself during a game or during practice? And if you could get up faster physically and mentally, how is that going to change your performance? And what kind of a skater do you want to be 3 weeks from now? So let's just take a minute. And I want you to just write this stuff down for yourself, and then you can share it in the chat, or if some of you guys want to share, since we have a smaller group, we can do that. But just take a couple seconds. I was going to put music on, but the last time we did that, I couldn't post it on YouTube because the YouTube was like copyright infringements with the Taylor Swift, so it's going to be silent. Wendy can sing us a song.
I was just going to start humming, but I can't sing.
Oh, I should have brought my ukulele up. But yeah, so write these things down for yourself. You know, where have you been holding back? Where are you second guessing yourself? You know, if you were getting up faster, what's that going to result in? Is it a coach that notices and then is like, hey, do you want to like play for this team that we're going on this travel thing? And when you're done, I'll know you're done because you can just pop it in the chat. And if you're listening to this recording, please write these down and then share them in the Facebook group and tag your coach. So that way we know that you have watched this and you are ready to get up faster. Does anyone want to share? Lisa's off mute. Go for it.
Okay. Well, again, I am kind of afraid of getting hurt out there, getting broken, breaking stuff. It's not an irrational thing to have. Plenty of people get hurt, and if I get my age, if I get hurt, it's maybe a little more serious. So I think that kind of holds me back from going all in. I'm hesitant out there when I'm on the track and we're doing kind of, drills and things, contact drills and stuff. And I think if I felt more confident in my skills, I would skate with a little more abandon. I see these, the 20 somethings out there. They fall down, they get back up. It's like no big deal. And I want to be at that point where it's not a big deal. And also, and I need to get used to going down. So it's fast, so it's not a big deal again. So like, okay, the world isn't going to end.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to get to that point where, yeah, I fall down, so what? I got back up and kept going. It just needs to be that matter of fact for me.
Yep, that automatic. Awesome. We're going to be doing a lot of falling down and getting back up practice in the next 3 weeks. So you're good. You're in the right place. I saw Peggy say, I hesitate if I think I'm going to get hurt, right? Same thing. I think this is super common. If I'm faster, I can be a better blocker at catching the jammer faster, prevent them from getting more points. Yep, 100%. Anybody else want to share or throw it in the chat?
I'll
Ashley?
share.
Yeah, go for it.
I know I mentally hold myself back, thinking I'm not good enough, just out of the chute, which goes in hand with second guessing my skills that I've built that I absolutely know I have, and I can see that I built those skills. I know that if I could get up faster, and both physically and mentally, that I could be more confident in that jamming that I've been doing, which has only been in one game, but I still did it. And I want to be more stable and have better control over my body as I'm falling, and then being able to get up from that fall faster too, because I noticed that even if I try to control myself, I still feel like I kind of splat, and then I have to collect myself to get myself up. So
yeah, I love that. And that's such a big piece of it is it's how you fall and then how you get back up, right? Because like if you can just familiarize yourself and almost create some muscle memory with those things, then the fear of getting injured even goes away a little bit, because your body starts to know how to fall properly, that like you hit the ground in a good way and then you get back up again. I love it. And then Riley says, struggling to use my toe stops, which does cause me to fall a lot. Yep, we're going to do a little bit of toe stop work in the next couple of weeks. And I take people down with me. Oh, yeah, totally. It's like, no, I'm that guy. If I can learn to trust myself, I'll just be overall better. 100%, right? And so that's the thing. And that's why I thought this was a really important challenge to do, because so many times we work on these on-skate skills, but like falling itself is a skill. And then getting back up is a skill. And I think that it's something that's not practiced enough, but I think it's one of the most important foundational things. So what about in your life, right? Because this is not just about getting up faster on the track. Like, where do you have fear, or self-doubt or setbacks that are keeping you from going after what you really want, right? Where is a place in your life that's knocked you down recently that you feel like you're slowly crawling up off the floor from, right? And how would it feel to be the kind of person that doesn't stay down, who bounces back stronger every time? I know for me personally, like I can relate to this in the area of like my nutrition. So I used to have a pretty gnarly, like emotional eating, binge eating situation, right? And so I would do this like diet and I would be really clean for like 4 days. And then I'd hit Friday and I'd fall off. And then it would be like 2 weeks of fuck it. And then I would like, oh, I feel like shit. I got to get back on. And I would get back on 4 days, fall off. And at some point I just had enough of it. I remember it was my birthday and I literally looked myself in the eyes in my mirror and I was like, because I call myself KK, I'm like, KK, we're not doing this anymore. And I just made this promise to myself to just be a little bit better. And it got to the point, not where I was just like, cool, that's it, I'm never binge eating again. But it got to the point where it went from 4 days great, 2 weeks crappy, to like 4 days great, 1 week crappy, to like 6 days great, 3 days crappy, to like 7 days great, 2 days off. And it slowly I started like learning to get up faster, right? Slowly I built better coping skills. It didn't happen overnight, but through patience and through treating the binge eating the same way I would treat like falling on the track, what are the skills that I can practice that are going to help me get up faster? Like doing a setup Sunday where everything is prepped for the week, right? Those skills help me get up faster. So for you, what's one way that you can commit to getting up in your daily life better? Or where is a place that right now you're working on that you get knocked down that you want to be getting up faster? Who wants to go? Yeah, go for it, Peggy.
Had to find the button again. I am currently working on the nutrition with the KCIT and stuff like, hey, if I actually do set it up on Sunday, I do better throughout the week versus like kind of going it day by day and then like Friday the whole like or usually it's Saturday evening to Sunday. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm working on too, like the setting it up and doing better about it and eating vegetables.
Amazing. But slowly but surely, right? Like, are you
Yeah.
doing better now than you were 2 weeks ago?
100%.
Yes. And that's it, right? It's getting up a little bit faster, a little bit more efficient. I love that. Awesome. Who else?
I'll go. For me, it's the routine workout. I have practice, and we do have an off skates practice that it's like a at-home workout that we do. But I know I can do more because I've done more. And I just kind of, had that bad week where you just didn't do the thing on the day that you always do the thing. And then I was like, fuck it. So that's been going on for a few months now. And that was part of the reason I wanted to join the 21-day challenge, was that will help have that accountability to come step back into it, because I know I can do it. I just sometimes need that push.
Yeah. And having that outside accountability is so huge because it's so hard to do this stuff like all by yourself. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to like have an excuse or a justification to yourself. But when you have like other people around you that know, it makes it so much easier. Love it. Who else? Lisa, Riley, you want to go? I see Riley off mute. Yeah, let's go.
So I get stuck in transitions, and Sin and I talk about it all the time. I get stuck when I go from one thing to another thing. So like I just like sit there and my brain is like, you got to do the thing. And the rest of you is like, no, you don't. We don't need to do that right now. We don't need to. It's fine. And then I like get mad at myself because I can't get myself to do the thing.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating. But that's what Sin and I have been working on for the past couple weeks, I think. It's really like, okay, break everything down into like the smallest step possible so I can do a very tiny thing so I can get to the next step. And then at the end of the day, I've done the thing. But it takes me forever, and I would like to be faster at doing the thing.
I love that. I love that. So one of the things that we talk about, and some of you guys have already heard this before because I usually hammer it home, is there's 4 stages of learning. Right? The first stage is what we call unconscious incompetence. It means you suck at the thing, but you don't even know it. So it's like not even in your awareness, right? Like that would be like, Riley, like you try to transition to something and it just doesn't happen, but that's just your life. And it never occurred to you that you should transition to something, right? But then all of a sudden you realize like, oh, I want to get better at transitioning from thing to thing. And man, I really am not good at that. That's what we call conscious incompetence, meaning I am very conscious that I really suck at that, right? And so this is where a lot of the work happens, is between conscious incompetence and then conscious competence. It means doing the thing long enough. Now that's habits. My brain, doing the thing long enough that you start to get it right. It's also that. But it means starting to do the thing, but it still feels like work. Where it's like, man, I know I need to transition from thing to thing. Okay, I'm breaking it down into its smallest steps. Like my clothes are next to my bed in the morning so I can just wake up and put them on and do my workout or whatever the next smallest step thing is, right? But it still feels really hard. And most people quit here because they think it's going to be that way forever. And the reality is that if you can keep doing it and you can keep getting up faster and you can keep doing exactly what you're doing, Riley, is you're going to start building these neural pathways that are making it easier and easier until you get to the point where it becomes unconsciously competent. And that's what we talk about with identity, right? When I said the 3 to 4 years to something just being your identity, that's when you're just doing it because it's who you are. but it just takes that repetition. And so that's what I really want you guys working on inside of this challenge is where are the places that you are conscious of your incompetence that we can really start doing the reps to understanding how to get you consciously competent, consciously doing it so that you can continue practicing it long enough that it becomes fluid and effortless. So I love that for you. Awesome. All right, Lisa, you want to go?
All right, now I'm unmuted. Yeah, my biggest challenge is kind of like off the court. I am one of those, I have been a chronic procrastinator, the perfectionist procrastination thing since I was a little kid. And
Amazing.
stuff builds up and then there's the mountain of stuff that needs to be done gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it becomes this big scary thing, and then the paralysis sets in, and then the overthinking happens. And I need to get out of that in life. And luckily with Derby, I've come in with like, I'm a brand new student at my age, and I'm doing okay with that. I'm not expecting perfection. I do want to improve and get better, but I'm hoping like with this program and the KCIT stuff, that the structure that is built into this will allow me to kind of do the same thing in outside life too. Kind of, I have this structure and I'm going to start filling in stuff from the rest of my life and become better at getting things done efficiently and just stop overthinking it and thinking about it and fearing it and worrying about it all the time. It's like the whole get up thing. It's like, just get up, just do it. And that's where I want to be with everything. So I'm not just burdened by it all the time.
I love that. Now with the procrastination, for example, what's one small way that you can commit to getting back up in your daily life with the procrastination, such that if you did it, just one little thing, if you did it daily, would make everything in your life easier and less stressful?
If I just took like an hour a day to like work on the backlog of paperwork, and sometimes when the task is so overwhelming when you think about it, but then you start it and there's like, okay, I'll do it for an hour. And then suddenly it becomes 2 hours and maybe it's 3 hours or all day. And if I can just start and not hesitate, if I can get going, I think that's going to make a big difference.
I love that. Do you want to know a tip for how to just start with something like that?
Yes.
Okay, so one thing that you want to do is the first task that you put on your list for each day. Hi, Gabriella. The first task that you put on your list for each day, make it something that's going to be super easy to check off. Because if you can give yourself a really easy win at the beginning of that sort of workflow, it will help you get into the workflow faster. So if you can set yourself up with a couple of really easy to check off like W's at the beginning, it'll make it easier. Like the dopamine will hit and you'll be like, oh, I'm doing stuff. And it'll allow you to settle into it really, really easily, or at least easier.
Okay, awesome. That will do.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Gabriella, welcome, my dear. Do you want to just do a quick intro? We've already done introductions of just like, here, I'll even go back to the slide for you. Are you ready? So we've all done introductions. So who are you, your name, where you're from? Is this your first challenge? Are you returning? Are you part of Crash Course? And then how do you want your game to be different as a result of your participation in the next 21 days?
Okay, so my name is Gabriela or Silver Storm. I am from the Bay Area in California. And this is my second challenge. I did the fast feet. And then I need to get up faster. When I get up, I'm like really thinking about it, like, my knees, I get in there, like, eventually everybody's like running around me. I'm like, oh my God, eventually I get there. So I'm hoping to get up faster because urgency, is important in Derby. So yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Cool. Welcome. We're so excited you're here. And then we kind of did the getting up faster inside of Derby. But what about in life? Like what's one small area in your own life, maybe outside of Derby, that you could practice the skill of getting up faster? Like what's one area of your life that if you could get yourself on track faster on a regular basis would make your life more easy or simple? We were talking about procrastination or nutrition, things like that.
I would say I kind of this starting this year. I went to the gym. I used to go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And then after the first week, we kind of fell off going to the gym at 5. And I'm like, keep procrastinating about it. I'm like, oh, eventually I go back, and it is March now, and I didn't go today. And I thought I'm gonna go today, and I just didn't. So I want to go to the gym again at 5 o'clock because I went basically all last year, and now
Amazing.
it's like I don't want to go. I'd rather be in bed. Just like, oh, the blankets sound so good. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's one thing, small thing that you could do each day that you need to go to the gym, such that doing it would make it easier to get to the gym in the morning?
Probably getting my clothes ready, not
Okay.
looking for it in the morning, getting whatever pants or whatever clothes I'm gonna wear,
Yeah.
um, ready just to put it on and just go.
Awesome.
That's
I
it.
love it. Perfect. You commit to that for the next 21 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go. So how do you win this challenge? Well, there are no prizes for this challenge, my friends. The only prize is the sweet victory of you becoming a badass in every area of your life. We used to do prizes for these, but then we found out that people would feel like they weren't being successful and then they would quit. And so what I really believe is this isn't about externally winning stuff. This is about you versus you. I don't want you guys coming here to compete against each other. You guys are coming here as one team lifting each other up. Okay, you can leave the medals and competition and MVPs and all that stuff for the track and regular roller derby. But in here, this is about us really lifting each other up together and you focusing on being a better you 21 days from now than you are today. That's it. That's how you win. Okay, and you can't do that by quitting. If you quit, you don't win. Okay, if you finish to the end, you've already made progress. If you did one workout over 21 days, you still did one more workout than you would have done, but don't do that. My recommendation, and for those of you guys that are watching on the recordings as well, show up 70% is a good starting place. If this is your first crash course challenge you've ever done, shoot for 70%. That would be great. And then work your way up from there. For those of you guys that are returning, ask yourself how you did in the last challenge. How can you just do a little bit better, 2%, 5% better than the last one, okay? How to use these challenges, okay? And I know on here, everyone's been in the challenges before, but for those of you guys that are watching on the recording, so there's a couple different pieces to this. We've got our workouts. Your workouts are coming out twice a week, okay? The workouts are scalable, meaning we're going to tell you you can do like 4 to 8 rounds of this workout. The reason that we do that is because some of you guys are coming in and you already have like a custom training program with Crash Course, so you can layer a couple of short pieces on top of that are derby specific to getting up faster. Okay. Also, for someone who's coming into their very first challenge and you're really nervous of like, oh, I haven't really been doing any cross training. I want you to be able to do a lower amount of rounds so that you can do your very best. Okay. And then if you want to challenge yourself more, you can do up to the higher amount of rounds. Okay. So that way you can adjust it based on your specific level. If you are not currently in Crash Course, so you don't have like workouts that we've programmed for you, my suggestion would be to keep your workout with us right around 20 to 30 minutes. I really think 20 to 30 minutes twice a week on top of a couple of practices is a really good spot to have you working on this stuff, but without totally wrecking your body so you can't go to practice, okay? There is a mindset topic each week with homework. So make sure that you are doing these and then sharing in the community page so that we can all connect with each other, share about the different topics. What are you getting from it? Because you're gonna learn more when you reflect. And so I want you to think about this almost like a journaling exercise where you can take that time to reflect and then share, okay? You will have on skates workouts. We're giving you 2 on skates drills per week. Okay, you can either layer these on top of your workouts or you can do them on separate days. Okay, these are typically around 10 minutes per drill. You don't have to totally hammer it home. It's about getting the muscle memory down. Okay, so again, you could layer these on top or you could do them solo. And then we have the community. So, like I said, this is about us lifting each other up. And I find the people that do the best in the challenges are the ones that are connecting with other people. So when you share your sweaty selfies, let us know you finished your workouts, let us cheer you on, share your mindset work, let us know when you complete your on skates drills, and then also be a cheerleader for others. So go in the group, swing in there once a day, go drop comments in 3 different people's posts, cheer someone on, make them feel great. They're gonna do the same for you. Because again, this is you versus you, and this is all of us moving forward together. Drop a 1 in the chat if you are committed to cheering each other on and kicking all the ass together for the next 21 days. Yeah, there we go. I see all those ones. Awesome. A few just quick notes to wrap things up. We don't focus a lot on nutrition inside of these challenges, but I would recommend that as an athlete, that if you're not sure if you're getting at least like 75 to 100 grams of protein per day, then I would recommend that you are tracking your food in MyFitnessPal or a food tracker. If nothing else, just for awareness. And you could just do this on a daily basis, or if you pre-plan out your meals, you can plug everything in. But you should be shooting for about 30% of your calories from protein. Again, pretty good is better than, pretty good is good enough, right? So if you were only getting 10% of your calories from protein, and by the end of this challenge, you're getting 20% of your calories from protein, right? That's you getting up a little bit faster, and we'll focus on getting you towards 30%. In Crash Course in Transformation, we do an entire Athlete Nutrition 101 program where we focus on like setting up your setup Sundays, meal planning, all of that stuff. Where do you see your content? So you guys have a membership page where you can see the challenge content, okay? The biggest thing with this, when you open it, especially if you open it on your phone, you'll see all the different, like, week 1, week 2, week 3, and then you open it and it's got all the pieces for that, like, nutrition, fitness, whatever. If you tap on it, you might be like, nothing happened. Where's the videos? You have to scroll down below the menu and the video will have changed. Okay, so you just have to, like, when you tap on the thing you want to watch, whether it's your on skates video or whatever, tap on it and then scroll down and everything will be below it. Okay, I do recommend that you do your workouts on whatever days work for you. Okay, but please schedule them into your calendar. For my KCAT, MVP, and Thrive people, I would recommend using these as finishers on top of the custom workouts that we've built for you versus adding in extra days so that you're still getting in your rest days. For those of you that are just doing the challenge workouts, please make sure that these are in your calendar, and I would recommend splitting them up. Like do one on Thursday, one on Monday and one on Thursday, or one on Tuesday and one on Friday, so you're getting a little bit of recovery time in between. And then put the on skates in your calendar also, whether you're doing it packed up with your workouts or on separate days. As we say in Crash Course, what doesn't get scheduled doesn't get done. So just make sure it's in there so you can execute. If you are someone who's not already a member and you do need more accountability, there's 2 ways that you can do that. So if you're watching this recording or whether you're watching live, you can just message your coach. If you want just like an accountability person for the next 21 days, you can get upgraded coaching accountability at $67, and you will have one of the coaches that's specifically assigned to you that will be holding you accountable during the challenge. So you can just message whoever has been your point person for the challenge and be like, hey, I want upgraded one-on-one accountability. Or if you're like, maybe I want more like custom workouts, or maybe I want like a little bit more like one-on-one love and snuggles and things like that, you also can set up a strategy call, and we can look at like, does it make sense for you to do Challenge Plus or Crash Course in Transformation, and get you something a little bit more custom that's a little bit more long-term that layers really nicely on top of the challenges. So all the Challenge Plus members, KCIT, MVP, they get the challenges for free as part of their program. So if you like the idea of maybe doing something for more like 4 months, Wendy, if you want to drop the link to to the strategy session in here. And then anyone that's watching the recording, I will post it in the comment section of the YouTube video. So you can always book a strategy call there too. And you can do that either now for this challenge or as we go through the challenge. If you're like, okay, I'm starting to think, we're in week 2, I'm kind of freaking out, like what's next? You can book a strategy call at any point during the challenge and have a conversation with one of our strategy coaches of like, hey, here's what I'm working on. Here's where I'm getting stuck. Like, what do you think is like my best next step? And we can help you create a game plan so that like coming out of the 21 days, you have some tracks to run on. Okay, so that's something you can book today. The link is there. If you want to book it today for like next week, that's great. But that will be there if you want to have a conversation with someone about how do I get like a little bit more support or how do I make a little bit longer, more of a game plan. And then other than that, ask me questions. Do you guys have questions about how the challenge is going to go, what to do for the next 21 days, any of that stuff? Give me a thumbs up if you're good to go. Yeah, I love it. And if you guys are watching the recording, if you have questions, please reach out to your coach and let them know. For those of you guys that are watching on here, you can post any of the stuff that we talked about today if you want to share it in the group of like, hey, here's what I wrote down from the kickoff call of, here's what I'm working on the track, here's what I'm working off the track so that everybody can support you with that. And then those of you guys that are watching the recording, we will know that you watched this recording because you have posted your answers to all those questions in the group. And I'm just so excited for this next 21 days together, you guys. It's like, this stuff just makes my little roller derby heart so happy, especially being down here in Costa Rica where there's not a lot of concrete or asphalt. I live vicariously through you guys, but I can't wait to steal a bunch of you and make you come down here and play roller derby. It's my secret mission. But other than that, have so much fun and play full out, do your very best, and remember, anytime that you fall, the whole point of this challenge is just getting up a little bit faster. So if you fall, if you stumble, if you struggle, it's okay. The key is let's get you up faster and get you moving again. Sound good? Awesome. All right, my friends, you have a super awesome night. Yeah, my 2025 goal is to get my passports. Yes, get that passport. If all goes well, this 2 weeks from now, 1 week from now, I will be launching Derby in Paradise in April for 2026. So let's all cross our fingers that everything goes great, and I can't even talk about it. It's gonna be so excited, but let's all just pray that I have a really good meeting at my secret location in 2 weeks. Awesome. All right, you guys, have a super awesome night. We'll see you in the group. Kick all the ass, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.